Hey everybody,
Hey.
it's the Cole and Ian Show. Technically episode 4, because we just recorded episode 3.
It was really fucking
It
good,
was really
too.
fucking funny, and it went away, and I'm really upset now. But you know what? We're gonna have another great one right now.
Like, I know you guys are probably thinking this is an excuse, but like literally it's gone. We did record an episode just
It was an hour and a half long.
It was
We talked
beautiful.
about so many amazing things, but
Did
now
you just fuck it up again by
I
locking
did not.
your phone?
I don't know if that's how it works. It's going to be really bad. But no, it's still going. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that recording.
Stop locking your phone.
I didn't mean to. Why did it just turn off? Okay, we're just going to...
Oh, is it like the heat or the light sensor or something?
Maybe. I really do not know.
We think the issue before was that Cole locked his phone and the recording decided to only be 3 minutes long.
Yeah, it started fucking up weird. The timer would keep going, but the waveform wasn't changing. That was probably it.
Anyway, this is Scout God Ian.
And this is, Cole. Let's go with Cole.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense if you were to have listened to the Ghost episode.
The Ghost Tapes.
From now on, for anyone wondering, those will be known as the Ghost Tapes. We heard them.
I mean, I had a great time recording them.
I had a fucking blast. And let me say,
But, like, just where the fuck did it go?
it's gone.
It's just in the ether.
It's gone. Anyway, we through that hour and a half that none of you will probably ever hear, we might find it. But
It could just show up one day.
Epstein didn't die because boys are unable to die.
Yes. So, we talked a lot about memories.
Memory.
That we have from our childhood.
Baby memories.
And do we want to re-talk about those? Because they were really funny.
I mean, like, I'm sure we'll end up talking about some of them, and honestly, we'll probably find better ones now that we've, like, talked about the ones we always talk about or whatever. I don't know. I don't really want to just, like, redo the old episode.
Okay, but I really want to talk about the pool incident.
Okay, so how about, like, you pick what stories you want to talk about?
Okay, so we discussed this in, like, you know how you get memories just randomly, like, from your childhood that'll just come out of nowhere. And you'll just be like, oh shit, this happened to me such and such date. This happens to me every week about. So, I think this time it was me and a couple family friends. We were all hanging out at a pool. We were having a pool party.
Pool party?
And this one bitch
Fuck
kept
her.
pushing me into the pool. She
God.
pushed me in like 4 times. Everybody was laughing like, ha ha, Cole's in the pool. Cole's wet. Ha ha ha. So funny. It's not funny. I don't like being wet.
Cole does not like being wet at all.
And so I get out of the pool, and I wait a little while. I'm sleeping on it. I'm waiting my time, biding my time. And then I push this chick in the pool, and then they're like, "Wow! Why did you do that? She could have died. She could have hit her head on the side of the pool." And I'm like, am I not able to die, mother? She pushed me in 4 times already. Am I not able to die?
This is such a, like, weird, concise version from the one you told before.
I could have died.
Oh.
I could have hit my head on the side of the pool, but no, boys can't die.
We were talking about, like, dying. Like, you were talking about the frog thing.
Oh, yeah, so, okay, if anybody else is from Virginia, like, from Central Virginia, there was this
From
place...
Short Pump.
Yeah, so, my daycare, we would always go to Cobblestone Water Park. What?
No, keep going. I just thought of what I want to talk about.
Okay, so we'd always go to this place called Cobblestone Water Park. They had these big, like, EVA foam frogs in the middle of the swimming pool that you could, like, jump up on. It had a little slide down its back. And my friends and I would, like, dive under it and see, like, try and make it to the other side. But Cole was kind of fat when he was younger. And he was never a good swimmer. He's still a shitty swimmer. And I dove under the frog once, and my little butterball looking ass got stuck under the frog. And I suction cupped to the bottom of this frog. It was just completely flat. It's tied to the bottom of the pool, have you know, and it doesn't really move that much. So there I am, flailing about, because I am basically drowning. And I have just, like, a dream about it all the time, and, like...
I still feel bad about laughing about kids almost dying. Like, I don't know why.
No, like, I almost died. Like, it was a very serious event. Like, somehow I, like, caught my leg on the rope and, like, pushed myself out from under the frog, and it was like, I never got back in that pool. It was just scary. And then, like, there was a wave pool that I almost died in every week because I was a bad swimmer.
I went back. You won't beat
Dude,
me.
immersion therapy. So you just gotta go back in it. You gotta jump back in there, champ. You gotta get back in that pool. And I would go back in, and, like, I would get tired in the deep end, and I couldn't swim back out to sea. And I would just be, like, just struggling there, and I'd be waving my arms.
Waving his arms.
And trying to get back to the side of the pool. And it was just, like, trying to just yank myself out, and the lifeguard would see me flame, like, ha ha, have fun, kid. And I'd be literally dying, like, almost drowning every time I went into that damn wave pool.
Oh.
And, like, it was just bad.
God. Okay, so that was a lot of really high energy stuff. I actually want to talk about, I know you told this story. I want to try and tell this story, and I want you to correct me.
Okay.
But, like, let me tell from what I heard. This was my... Verbatim what I heard, as well as I can remember. No, verbatim is, like, word for word.
Oh, okay, so
This is my testimony. Hand to God. So Cole went to school with this kid. What grade was this? Was it like elementary school?
I don't know what story you're telling.
Hold on. Like the elementary school era, Cole, I believe, went to school with this kid named Joe.
No, it was middle school.
Middle school. Okay, so Cole was in middle school with this kid named Joe.
Should I say his full name? I know.
No. I don't know any of the context to who Joe was or anything like that.
He had a faux hawk.
I know he had a faux hawk now, but I don't know if
he's like automatically a fuckhead.
Hey, I had a faux hawk. Get out of here.
Yeah, you were a fuckhead.
Yeah. Anyway, was he like? Did he hate school? Like, what was his motivation? Don't tell him what he did. But like,
so I think he had like a bad home life. I don't know.
Okay.
Like that was probably it. But like, he hated school.
Right.
He was a delinquent.
Okay, so he was like the neighborhood garbage kid.
Not really, but like he was just
neighborhood garbage.
So he was new too. Like he had just moved to our school, and like then he did some stuff.
So this new kid, with a faux hawk named Joe, comes to school one day. Was it from school or from home?
That I don't remember.
Okay. So at some point, this kid found a girl, was like, hey, let's go. And they ran off into the woods and lived in the woods for like 3 days.
It might have been a week.
Might have been a week that these kids were just, middle school kids were just living in the woods. If
anybody that I went to middle school is listening to this, you remember this kid, and I might have imagined this. I'm pretty sure it was like 3 days.
They were in the woods surviving, and then the cops found him. So that's Cole's middle school, Joe. I went to college with a kid. I was in freshman year with a kid named Joe. I miss Joe.
I know a lot of Joes.
This dude, you don't know this Joe. This kid.
Dude, I just realized I could have set up this whole Joe Mama joke. This kid named Joe. I could have just like, yeah, Joe. Like, what was his name? Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. So. This kid named Joe, freshman year, he was in my dorm. He didn't, like, go to class ever. Like, there was a 3-month straight period where he was just not going to class in the dorms. But he used to, like, not sleep for, like, 4 days at a time.
Is he like a bat?
No, he just did a bunch of Xanax.
Oh, my God.
Like, a ton. So he'd, like...
Like Lil Peep level?
He'd do, like, 7 bars of Xanax.
Dude. Lil Peep died off 6.
Yeah, literally he would do like massive amounts of Xanax, pass out for like a day, like 24 straight hours, and then he would be awake for 4 days. And by that 4th day, Joe got weird, man. Like he got wild. I have a video on my phone. One time we were in the lounge, and he showed up, sat down with a lighter, and just started burning his leg hair. Like, literally touched the lighter to his leg, pulled it up, burned his leg hair multiple times.
Dude, I know girls that shave their legs like that.
Well, yeah, but he was just chilling.
I'm totally kidding.
He was just chilling. Like, Joe was a scary man. He used to freestyle when he got really drunk. Like, not well, and it was really hateful.
Like racist?
No, just like angry and mean.
It's like, fuck my mom!
Literally,
my dad is
all
an
that
asshole!
So this
Shit!
kid, there was one night where he like threw a joint in the trash can in the laundry room, like a lit joint. Like he was smoking a joint in the dorms. The RAs walked like close; they were coming or some shit. So he threw it in the trash can in the laundry room. It started a fire in the trash can.
Because it was probably all lint.
Yes, it was. Dryer sheets, lint, all that shit.
Oh my god, that stuff goes up like wildfire.
Yeah, so it's smoking. He starts knocking on people's doors around the laundry room. He's like, hey, like, don't worry about it. Like, just stay in your rooms. It's chill. Like, because he didn't want to get in trouble, but that was, like, insanely dangerous. Because he was telling people to stay in their rooms during a fire. So he was like, just stay in your rooms, it'll be straight, don't worry about it, like, it's fine. And then he, like, went back to his room, and then the fire alarm went off, because the bag in the trash can had caught fire and was, like, melting the actual trash can.
Oh my god.
There was smoke pouring out, like, it was an actual fire. The one time I'm happy we had a fire alarm. And this dude's just like, what happened?
Froggy, where
Fucking
are you?
Joe, dude. God. One thing I want to talk to you about, I think I found really interesting. I listen to a lot of conspiracy theory podcasts because they're interesting and weird.
But you don't listen to our podcast.
Well, I make the podcast.
Yeah,
Why
but
would
you
I?
could at least be a fan.
Okay, whatever.
Asshole.
It's trash. Anyway,
Stop!
Cole has me hostage. Send help. He's pointing a knife at me.
It's a Gerber.
It's not a knife.
It's a baby. It's a baby bottle.
God. Facts though. Let's see. Oh. There was a bomb that went off one of the places that I lived.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
So I
the
lived
day after you guys left, wasn't it?
No, while we were there.
Oh shit. Was that in Egypt?
Yeah, so we were in Egypt. I was in like middle school, I think. Anyway, there was this place called the Khan el Khalili. I don't know what that translates to in English. It's basically like a big flea market.
Yeah.
Like huge. Like people string together apartment buildings of flea market. It's crazy. It's huge.
Damn.
And there's tons of people selling like jewelry, people selling crystal,
Meth?
probably. Like all that kind of shit. A bunch of touristy shit, a bunch of cloth. Picture your standard like African market. So we were there one time. I think my brother got a necklace or something. Shit was so cheap over there. Like he got a sterling silver handmade necklace for like, I think it was 70 British pounds, which came out to like $25. Yeah. Or not British pounds, Egyptian pounds.
What the fuck?
Like shit was so cheap there. It was like a 5-to-1 to the dollar.
Oh my god.
So he got this like necklace there. I think I might have gotten a ring there once or twice. Just stupid shit. But it was always a place we went with like an escort. Because like it was the type of place shit went down.
Yeah.
And like you never went during the day, like it was only open at night.
Oh shit.
So we'd always go, and like plus our escorts or whatever, where they could like talk to the store owners and everything.
So
and
they
be
weren't like hookers, like escorts?
No, they were like bodyguards, I guess.
Dude, you were like in a middle school, you had a fucking security detail. How hot shit did you feel?
Dude, I felt like trash. No, it wasn't even like that. Like it was only when we went places. Anyway, so we went there a couple times, and then like I remember one day I got home from school, and like later that night, I can't remember how I heard about it. It might have been my mom saying it, or like my brother told me, but a bomb went off there. Like somebody got stabbed there. Like an American tourist got stabbed. A bomb went off, and that was like, I think like 2-ish months before we left.
Fuck.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was like right around the time Arab Spring and everything was going down. Like right after we left was when they had like tanks in the streets and like crazy shit like that. But no, like Egypt was pretty tight when I was there.
You see pyramids?
So many times.
Really?
Yeah, they got really boring. Like, I went inside one once.
You went inside a pyramid?
Yeah, the big one.
You can go inside that?
Yeah, there's like a stairway that they built into it. Because, like,
Yo!
they found the original path
Yeah.
to, like, the sarcophagus room. And then they, like, built a really stupid, shitty, thin stairway up to it. So, like, you don't have to worry about falling or sliding down any wrong corridors or anything. But, like, every time our family wanted to come visit, we had so many people come visit in Egypt. They wanted to see the pyramids. Because, like, obviously... Like, I can't blame them for it. They're fucking amazing. But, like, I went and saw the pyramids and the Sphinx, like, probably 9 times.
So, you know there's, like, that theory that aliens helped build the pyramids? Mm-hmm. Do you believe that?
Having seen them, it's interesting to think about. Because, like, when, like, people explain... like hieroglyphics and everything, you know, you're thinking about something that's a square, like, you know, 8 inch by 8 inch or whatever. These fuckers are huge.
Yeah.
And they're all perfect. Like, even the ones that, you can tell they've been, like, eroded away or whatever. But, like, we went down into this tomb one time, and, like, there was this carved marble ceiling into, like, the room with the sarcophagus in it. So, like, you had to bend down under this, like, archway to get inside. And the whole top of the archway was like this polished marble. All in the dark, by the way. This is a big rock. And if you looked up on the archway, it was perfectly smooth and there were perfect, like 5-pointed stars carved into it. Like, you know, on the American flag, the patches are like perfect stars?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but carved into rock. And there's like 100 of them. All the same depth. In the dark. Yeah, like, it looks like someone took, like, a laser to cut out the stone, or, like, a water jet. It's that crazy. It's that precise.
But, like, somebody could do it with enough time.
Sure, but you think of how many of these pyramids there are? Like, the Great Pyramids aren't the only pyramids.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you look at, like, the Bent Pyramid, and that's kind of, like, obvious, you know, people built that. It's not that big. I mean, it's still big, but, like, halfway up, it gets to a different angle.
Well, they, like, took hundreds of years to build, didn't they?
I think?
I'm pretty sure they took, like, hundreds of years.
I don't remember.
Or
like,
at least it was a really long time.
I know we learned about it, and, like, people have all, they're like, oh, no, they used a ramp. But, like, those rocks are fucking massive. Like, you can actually, theoretically, you could, like, hike up the side of a pyramid now.
Yeah.
Because they're all, like, square-cut blocks.
Yeah.
And there's none of the siding on it. But, like, their original flat siding and shit, there's no way. No way at all.
So you think aliens did it?
I don't know if it was aliens, but, like, there was... I don't understand how they could do that then, you know, with their basic tools, and then we've hit this, like, technological slump where nothing's really changed.
Well, you see, like, people don't think that, like, they had good shit. Like, what if they did?
What do you mean?
What if we just don't know where it is?
So that's a really popular theory for aliens. Is, like, they're not gonna... The theory is, like, that they're not gonna invade. They're going to, like, dig up. Like, they're already here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Like, they've been here forever.
Dude, I don't like that.
And, like, they're not gonna fly a ship down and land on the surface. They're gonna,
because
like...
they're already here!
Exactly.
It's the Swedish.
Yo, I could talk for fucking hours about aliens, dude. Like, there's so many different theories. Have you ever heard of Stardust Ranch?
Have you ever heard of the Anunnaki?
No.
Well, it's why we value gold so much, because their spaceships were fueled by gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
But have you heard of Stardust Ranch, though?
No.
Okay. Put your fucking boots on, buddy.
I have no shoes on. I have socks.
You are not ready to hear about Stardust Ranch.
Is it going to knock my socks off?
Hold them tight. So there's this ranch that this dude bought. Like, as a kid, like, he saved up money, and he bought this ranch.
Yep.
It was however much land, and he bought it with cash. It was like $1 million cash. And he, like, saved it up doing something. He got money somehow, and paid the guy. So he bought this land, and it was like this old house, like this old farmhouse, and then a bunch of just surrounding land for cattle ranching or whatever. I think it's either in like Nevada or Arizona. And then, so this dude starts, like, moving all his shit in there, getting it set up, and they're, like, he starts seeing aliens. Like, gray men.
That's not true.
No, so, this is how he tells the story, and initially I'm like, okay, you're fucking bananas,
He's on
dude.
fucking peyote.
He has video evidence.
Where is Stardust Ranch?
It's in, like, Nevada or Arizona, some shit like that. He has video evidence. One of the first nights he was there, he found this rock that has, like, this sun symbol carved into it. Like, straight through it. Like, a water jet went straight through it. That he just, like, found in his land. Like, out in the dust, he found this rock. And he says that there's, like, this portal that opens in, like, his backyard or some shit like that. And when it's either when it opens or when it's closed, it looks like that symbol. And he said, like, he's been talking to people on video chat, and he's had, like, Roman centurions walk behind him. So it's not like aliens, it's like an interdimensional time type shit in his house. And he has to kill these aliens. Like, they're constantly in battle. He has a katana that he kills aliens
Okay,
with.
that's a bunch of shit. That's a bunch of bullshit.
I will show you the evidence.
Dude, I do not believe that. As soon as you said he has a katana.
I know.
No, wait. Why doesn't he just fucking shoot him?
Because it doesn't work.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No.
I know.
No.
It sounded so bullshit to me, but literally this guy had tours to his place. And, like, there was some guy that was helping him fix, like, his radio antenna or some shit like that, or his windmill. He had to climb up some big thing. And he went to reach for, like, his wrench. And some fucking alien was standing there handing him the wrench.
No.
Yes.
No.
Handing him the wrench. He took the wrench, like, freaked out a little bit, and then the guy was gone.
No.
Yes.
No, he paid him
The
off.
aliens took this man's wife. Literally his wife. He was there with his wife. The aliens attacked.
No.
They flew their damn ship in and attacked.
No.
So he was like, yo, what the fuck? No way. He goes out into his driveway, right? His wife is being dragged to the ship. Like, to this beam of light. By nothing. She's just dragged. He looks at his watch, looks up, looks at his watch. It is 3 hours later. And there is nothing around him. Literally, time slip. Time is gone.
I don't believe that.
I will show you the evidence.
We can watch it later, but I do not believe what you are saying to me right now.
Alright, give me something else. Give me some other weird conspiracy theory. We'll keep talking about this shit.
No, I hate that.
Let's pick some other topic then. You ever heard of the Montauk Monster?
I have.
Do you know, like, the implications and the story behind it?
No.
Okay. For those who don't know, a little bit of context, there's this island in New York where they do, like, disease research.
Oh, yeah.
Plum Island or some shit, I
Yeah,
think.
it's that weird looking monster thing.
Yeah, so this island, they have anthrax at that island as a sample. They have, like, murderous diseases as samples just on that island in cold storage.
Yeah.
To do experimentation on whatever. First of all, probably not a great idea to have all the diseases in one place. But,
And near New York City, one of the most populated cities
and on
in
the
world.
water.
Yes, for like waterborne.
Yeah, anyway.
That's kind of dumb.
So it's there.
Fuck you, America.
But on the beach surrounding it one time, these people found this, like, weird fucking abomination animal. It had, like, a bird beak. And then, like, a rodent head and then, like, like, basically it had a raccoon's body with, like, a bird beak. Kinda. And teeth, for some reason. It was weird. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you just, like, Google Montauk Monster, you'll know what it is. But it had, like, these weird, like, almost surgical, like, markings on it. Like, certain surgical cuts, injection points, holes drilled in the skull, whatever. And they were like, nah, that, like, somebody brought this up to somebody, or, like, the media, and they were like, hey, what the fuck is this? And the island, their response was like, nah, that's a fucking raccoon or some shit. Like, they just denied that it existed. They've since found, like, 2 more. like different animals. So like the theory behind it is that they're doing like animal and human research on this island with these diseases.
Oh my god.
And then just like dumping bodies. Hit me with another one. Let's go.
I don't believe the freaking Stardust Ranch. I don't believe it one bit.
You know about that Bohemian Grove?
I thought this was a funny podcast.
Yeah, now we're getting spooky, dude.
I don't want to get
Let's
spooky.
go. Bohemian Grove.
No.
All right.
No.
So the Bohemian Grove is like this like forest party like event area. I think it's in Washington. I'm not sure. It's somewhere like populated. But it's like this huge forest. There's a bunch of like buildings for eating, and it like if I guess kind of like Mountain Lake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But huge.
Yeah.
Anyway, so certain times
Like the Boy Scout Jamboree.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So certain points during the year, like world leaders all go to this place and no one else is allowed there.
Oh, I have heard about this.
And it's like presidents and prime ministers and people of power, you know, all of these different politicians and people of power meet together in this one spot and like no one's allowed in. There's been like people have come forward and testified about like gay prostitutes and weird shit like that being like shipped in to this camp. Yeah, there's like some really weird testimonies around the Bohemian Grove, and especially like no one's allowed in. People think it's like a cult because there's this giant owl statue, and then this dude's booming voice like chants these things, and then one of the rituals right at the beginning of the camp to like symbolize them leaving the world behind and, you know, meeting to relax or whatever, they burn like a fake body in like a bonfire. They just throw like a dummy body into a bonfire.
That's weird.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It's called like the murder of care or some shit like that. And I guess like historically or traditionally, some rumor was that it was a person originally they would just burn alive.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But like the real Bohemian Grove goes back to like the Renaissance era, like way in the past. Like people would just meet and do plays and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thing.
I don't like that one bit. I don't like any of this conspiracy shit. You want to talk about memories? Let's talk about more memories, more weird shit from our childhood. Because I think that.
Yeah. So I have this memory. I was in bed one time, like in my room, and I remember like looking in my closet. I had those slats.
Yeah.
And there was like a dude in there. And then like
It was your dad, it was Steve.
no, it was like some rando. He was just like in my closet. I could see him peeping.
It was Ron Jeremy.
No, so like I turned my light on and like there was a dude in there. So like I went to get my parents, and when I came back he was gone.
So I've had that happen to me before when I've been like half asleep and like thinking something's there.
Dude, I was totally bullshitting, but like okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was on a podcast I heard once. I listened to a lot of weird podcasts.
Oh no, like that happened to me once.
Oh, for real?
So it was a giant bee
A bee.
that was hovering next to my bed.
Wait, have you ever heard of Mike Birbiglia?
Yes.
Have you heard his jackal comedy bit?
No.
So he used to have like really bad sleep problems, and he would like
And a
sleepwalk.
jackal from Halo would just like
No.
shit
So
on
like
it.
he would imagine this giant like bug with the head of a jackal, like the dog, just this black being of hate. It had like wings, like bug wings, and this huge fuzzy body, and then the head of a jackal. And he would have like sleep paralysis, not sleep paralysis, but he would have like sleepwalking
Like,
nightmares.
Night terrors.
Where this thing would just be in his room. So he would like wake up, his girlfriend would be asleep, and he'd be like, "There's a jackal!" And his girlfriend would be like, "There's no jackal." He would go, "No, there is though!" And she would go, "No, you're dreaming, go back to bed." And he would go, "Okay," and go back to bed, knowing that there was a jackal in the room. That's like one of his like best jokes that he tells. "There's a jackal!" There's no jackal. But There is, though.
Dude, I love Mike Birbiglia.
He's so...
Is he, like, kind of on the spectrum? He seems like
I think he is.
But he's so funny.
He really is. He's
I
a
honestly
funny
forgot
dude.
about him until just now when you mentioned his name.
I love Mike Birbiglia, man. Tony sends me a lot of...
Facebook memes?
No. Like, comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck her! Yeah, no, like, I'm just not big on just listening to comedy. Like, I'll watch somebody's comedy set, but, like, I can't listen to it while I work.
Like, listening to the Cole and Ian show?
Yeah, I can't do that while I work. Maybe while I drive.
Dude, that's how I listen to most of my podcasts. I have to be driving.
This is literally a podcast about us talking about podcasts. This is stupid. You want to talk about more alien shit?
No, because, well, I do believe in aliens.
Okay.
I am a firm believer in the existence of intelligent life.
Subterran or extraplanetary?
Just don't talk about the fucking aliens under the lizard people.
The lizard aliens.
George Bush is one of the lizard people. But, the universe is infinite. There has to be more intelligent life out there, just out of probability, somewhere.
Okay.
There is another planet that can, that could have life on it.
But you don't think of ill-meaning aliens that are experimenting or abducting people.
No.
Or, like, walking among us. You don't believe in that.
I don't believe that. Honestly, I know a couple people that could be aliens.
That Men in Black scene. What about my third grade teacher? Yes. That's my favorite scene from Men in Black. When Will Smith says, hey, what about this one lady? And then Rip Torn says, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember those, little, wormy looking dudes?
Oh, dude, I love those.
Like, hey, lady, you wanna come party with me?
Literally just like a caricature of Cubans.
No.
You can't tell me it's not.
Okay. Did they have chains?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wow.
They did have chains.
They had that talking fucking pug.
They always smoked.
They did always smoke.
They're literally like a racist caricature.
Did you ever watch that new Men in Black movie that came out?
No.
I
Wait, the one after the first, Men in Black 4?
The one with Thor?
No, I didn't watch that. I watched Men in Black 3. I liked Men in Black 3.
Did it have the same people in it?
No, it was still Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith.
Yeah, so...
Maybe not Tommy Lee Jones, but Will Smith was in it.
But yeah, that fourth one was just... It was in England.
Dog shit.
That was just fucking weird. It had just
England? Fuck you.
Honestly, yeah.
I lived there? Fuck England. No, England was cool though. I liked it.
Do you want to tell that story about your girlfriend with the book?
Hey, you want to tell that story about that one time you dated
Wait. Can I tell this story?
Are we doing this? Are we popcorning?
Okay, yeah, let's just do that for a minute.
Okay.
That's funny.
I will
funny.
I will say though, if I do find this book, I will I'm going back home over Christmas. I will bring the book back if I can find it.
Okay, so Ian and his middle school girlfriend, who apparently was 3 or 4 years older than him, apparently she was a dummy head and got held back.
I think she was 4 or 5 years older than me.
So apparently...
it was 4.5.
He would just look at this girl drawing at the bus stop, and he was like, hey... Go ask her out for me. Then he asked her. Then she got asked out. Then they were boyfriend and girlfriend. They just would draw in this fucking
You're
notebook.
Speeding through this so bad.
I know, because honestly, all that exposition didn't fucking matter.
It was funny though.
It did not matter one bit.
Fine, keep going with your
just to the
story.
It's like Spark Notes.
Spark Notes.
We're Spark Noting our own childhood trauma.
Cool.
So Ian had this girlfriend, and yeah, she was real old.
She was fucking anxious. She was retired.
She retired from middle school.
She was real old.
So Ian was trying to finesse this 8th grader in 6th grade.
I was a baller, dude. I was pimping.
And yeah, if you've ever seen Ian, you know he was not pimping. But so they're writing this notebook, and they only communicated through this notebook they had. They hung out a couple times, but it was really weird. So they would just write notes to each other in this notebook and draw pictures sitting next to each other, not speaking a lick. And they would just sit. Apparently they did it for 2 weeks, and then 2 months, and then off and on for a year. never speaking to each other.
We started to at the end.
Just communicating through a fucking book.
Book. Yo, hold on. I have a really funny story about her, actually.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
So we dated like off and on so often I never really knew if we were dating or not. And I did this thing where I would always ask if we would, like, I would be like, hey, do you want to make out? Like, every time. So there was like this, you remember when people had lock-ins?
Yeah.
So, like, there was this youth lock-in where I was, where we, like, everybody showed up at the community center. There was, like, a room for playing video games. There was some, like, food or whatever. It was pretty lame, honestly, but she was going, and I was like, oh, cool. So I went. And a couple of my friends were going too. Like, I think 2 or 3 of them were going to be there. So I was like, fuck yeah, even if she's not there, then my friends will. So we show up, she's there, we're hanging out, we're just talking.
You got the notebook.
I don't. This is past notebook. This is post notebook. Very post notebook. And I remember, like, things were spotty for us. I don't remember exactly why. But, like...
Because she was so old and so dumb.
I don't like, things were weird. For obvious reasons. But, like, we were they were, like, playing some movie. And I remember, like, the...
You were watching The Notebook with her.
No!
Remember our notebook? What notebook?
Oh
I hate you, Ian.
No. This is actually, like, one of the best moments of... Like, thinking back, I'm honestly choking up about how amazing this moment was for me. Just think back to how stupid I was. Fantastic. So, anyway, we were hanging out for a while, and I kept, like, offering to buy her stuff. Like, there was, like, a snack shop a little ways away, like, we could go and buy, like, candy bars and shit. So I'd, like, get a Pop-Tart and be like, hey, do you want one? And she was like, no, I'm good. And then I'd go back, like, 5 minutes later and get, like, a Snickers and be like, hey, do you want one? I was fat as shit.
So was I. We were both fat kids in middle school, and we would have been best friends, and I'm so mad that you were in England. Why could you not have been in Richmond, Virginia?
I don't know. That isn't even the end of the story.
I know.
So eventually, I remember, like, I asked her if she wanted to make out, and she was like, okay. And then we made out for a while, but it was really weird, because she was in a chair, and I was, like, kneeling next to her.
Ew.
Any time that we made out, it was weird. Because I was, like, 4'8".
Okay, in the picture of this YouTube podcast, we have to put pictures of us as children just to give context.
Dude, I was tiny.
Dude, you were a fat little kid in Crocs.
I was a nugget. So, anyway, like, we make out, and then later, she's, like, all weird, and I don't know what the deal is. And, like, one of her friends comes and tells me that, like, apparently she had told one of her other friends to, like, break up with me a couple days earlier, and she just never did. So she thought we weren't dating, and I was like, hey, you want to make out? And she was like, yeah, okay. It was weird. But then later, like, there was, like, a boys' side and a girls' side for sleeping, and she, like, crawled over to my side. She was like, hey, like, come over here. So I think I slept, like, next to her that night.
Dude, you slept with a girl.
Dude, I did.
Dude!
Same blanket, dude. Same pillow, bro.
No fucking way. You slept with a girl.
Yeah, dude.
You're a fucking legend.
I was balling. And then, like, the next day, she was like, hey, but, like, we're broken up, though, so, like, we're not a thing. Actually, I think we did start dating after that. I honestly... I lost track.
Dude, you were a fucking baller sleeping with women.
Dude, I don't remember.
Oh my gosh!
I don't remember a time 6th through 8th grade that I was not with a woman.
I had a girlfriend like every year in middle school, I think.
I had a girlfriend in 4th grade. That was weird.
Dude, I got married in 1st grade.
I got married. Actually, she goes to tech too.
That's hot.
I see her all the time.
You should hit her up.
No, because she left me for my friend Omar. I gave her a fucking eyeball ring and everything. We got married on the playground.
Ho's mad.
Yeah, Ho's mad. That bitch left me.
Ho's mad.
We never even got a divorce. We're still married to this day.
You are both been cheating a lot on each other.
Yeah. I've been cheating a lot.
I do a lot of sex.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm the fucking coolest dude.
As I'm sure you can tell, both of us have so much sex because we're hanging out together for like 4 hours on a Tuesday night.
And after we already hung out for like 5 hours
all
at
day.
Campus, we spend every day. Almost every waking moment of every day I spend with Ian Annis.
Oh my god, we don't even have a notebook.
Yeah, see, look what healthy relationships look like. We don't have a notebook.
We need one. How am I gonna talk to you?
Dude, we should start a notebook.
No.
That would be so fucking
No, I got
funny.
the idea from my brother. Because at the time, his girlfriend and him would, like, write long letters to each other in a notebook. Because they wouldn't see each other very often. And then they'd, like, pass the notebook when they saw each other to, like, read the letters or whatever. It was really cute when they did it. And then when I did it, it was just stupid. Because I was sitting right next to her the whole
We
time.
should totally have a notebook.
Oh my god.
And just like, yo, my penis smell weird.
My dick smell funky.
My dick smell weird today. And then I found a big old dingleberry in my butt. I thought of you when I picked it.
If you write that to me ever, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Where? Where are you gonna go?
Somewhere. I don't even care. I'll find a way.
Dude, I want a notebook with you. I want to just have
God.
just the Cole and Ian notebook. You know how I have Cole's book where I write all my shit in?
Cole's book.
It's Cole and Ian's book.
Cole and Ian's book. I don't know if I'm ready for that step in our relationship.
I mean,
Cole.
I think
That's
we've
a
been
lot
ready
of,
for a while now.
That's a lot of commitment.
I've been wanting to talk to you about that.
Are you peer pressuring me into writing notes to you?
Write me a goddamn note.
Show me you care.
Show me your fucking affection.
Yo. No.
I thought you were going to go into something else.
No.
Yo. No.
I thought like I would have had a story, but no, I did not. Let's see, weird shit, weird. Oh, so when I was I was young, I was like 7, hanging out with my friend Ian in Egypt.
You had another friend named Ian in Egypt?
He was dope too. He was so sick.
Ian Egypt?
No, his name was Ian. I don't want to say his name. Anyway,
You tell me, like, write in the notebook.
I'm not writing in any fucking notebook. So, Ian, we were chilling out at his place because his apartment was way cooler and his parents didn't really care what we did ever.
Yeah.
So, like, we'd stay up till, like, 4 a.m. as, like, 7-year-olds drinking Mountain Dew and, like, watching R-rated movies. It was so sick. I missed that shit on it. That was, like, the greatest. Just spending a weekend with Ian. Oh, my God.
Dude, we could do that now.
Dude, it's not the same as when
it's
you're
not.
7 years old. And here's the part of the story. So he had a sister, an older sister and an older brother.
Was she hot?
Not really.
Oh.
Kinda, I guess, to a 7-year-old.
You weren't really thinking about girls then, were you?
Not really.
I was thinking about Rouge the Bat when I was 7.
Nice.
Yeah, she was
okay. So she was older. I think she was like... She was like quite a bit older. I think she was like 12.
Dude, that's like twice your age.
Or like 13 or something.
Oh.
Like she was old. But like her and her friends were like wild. And I remember like one of the first nights I stayed over there, like we ended up staying up super fucking late in their apartment. Literally, okay, apartments in Egypt were literally just open rooms with doors sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like they were crazy. So we were just in their living room, like playing Truth or Dare with his sisters. It was weird. His sister and her friend.
I think everybody kind of got what you meant.
But I remember one time, like, I can't remember exactly what happened. She came home late with her friend from, like, her friend's house or something. And me and Ian was getting really pissed off at them for some reason. Because they were being loud or they were annoying him or some shit. So he walked in, he was like, "Shut up!" And they were like, "Hey, by the way, can we borrow, like, some toy that he had?" They wanted to borrow it.
Can we borrow Ian?
No. It was like his Nerf guns or some shit like that. And he was like, no. And then his sister was like, "She'll give you a blowjob." And I was like, what the fuck is that? I was 7. And this girl was whoring her friend out to her brother for a Nerf.
gun.
So, then
It's like the arms deals.
the fucking word of the night was blowjob. And like, I remember we were in his room, like, hanging out, and I went and grabbed, like, one of his toy guns, walked into the dining room where, like, his sister and her
She
friend were.
fucking blew you.
No!
Oh.
And his brother, like, we walked in together, we were gonna, like, prank him or some shit, and I was like, "I'm not leaving till I get a blowjob!" And then his sister and her
You were holding girls at gunpoint for a blowjob.
One sec. Yo. In a sec. We're doing the podcast right now. I'll text you. Yeah, so, like, fucking... I walk in, I'm like, "Suck my dick, ladies!" Again, they're, like, 13 or some shit, so this is weirding me out telling this story.
Dude, I had a story just like that, and I will tell you later.
But then I remember being like, well, what do I do now? Like, they were like, okay, fine. Like, get your dick out.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and then I just left. Like, I walked away, and that was the end. Like, it never happened. I remember I played house with her one time, and it was weird. Because her brother was there, too. As, like...
That's hot.
He was, like, her boss or something from work. So, like, she'd go to work, and he'd be a dick, and
what
then...
are you doing, boss?
She'd, like, come home, and we'd, like, do that thing where you just, like, hit the blankets a bunch. Like, oh, sex. I probably shouldn't have hung out with those kids.
Okay, so...
They were kind of bad influences.
I had a very similar experience. So, it was me, my friend, I won't mention his name, but he might remember this.
Rooker.
No, it was not Rooker. His sister, who's honestly a babe now, like she's pretty hot. And then it was one of my other best friends' sister was friends with her, and then we were all just like hanging out like upstairs in their guest room, and like they started trying to pull my pants down to see my dick, and I was like, I'm like maybe 12, like I didn't
show me your weenie.
No, they were like touching me shit. Then this girl always used to grab my ass.
This is getting weird.
And, like, it was so weird. And, like, looking back on it, I was like, I could have capitalized on that moment. Like,
I could have fucked a child.
I was also a child. So you don't say it like
you
that.
You still wanted to have sex with a child,
no,
bro.
stop.
Like, that's disgusting.
Now we have no earthly possibility of us being monetized for this podcast.
Why are we going to be...
We have ads.
Sorry, YouTube, for the
they're
child.
They're probably advertising fucking Coca-Cola on this shit.
Sorry, they're not going to put ads on this. No.
I mean, they might.
I literally... No.
I mean, now they won't because you fucked it up. You fucked up.
My bad.
So, yeah.
I actually just had a memory from 2nd grade. That's crazy. Haven't had one of those in a while. This girl was having, like, a birthday party pretty close to before I was going to move. Like, I was moving in, like, 3 weeks or some shit.
Wait, we should probably give, like, a story of, like, where you've lived so people kind of get a sense for it. No. I spent my entire life in Richmond, Virginia. All right. Birth till now.
So, I lived in Minnesota until I was 3. Then we moved to Virginia. Shout out Culpeper, A.G. Richardson Elementary. You kind of blew, but whatever. I was there.
Suck my dick! Or I'm gonna shoot you!
I'm not leaving until you touch your pee-pee! No, that was in Egypt. That wasn't...
I know, I'm just...
So, in Virginia, I was in Virginia until I was like 6 or 7, I think. Then I moved to Egypt until I was 10. Yeah. Then to England. I was there... I turned 11 pretty quick after we got there. But I was there from, like, when I was 10 to 13. Maybe 10 to 12? No, 13. Then we went to Italy for a couple years. I was there... Let's see... I think I was there till I was 16.
I thought you did all of high school in England.
No.
Oh.
I did freshman and sophomore in Italy, and then junior and senior in England. Back at my middle school.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So, like, you knew all the same kids?
Yeah.
That's
it was actually kind of tight, like, graduating with people I already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after Italy, we went back to England. I turned 18 in college. Now I remember. Yeah. So that's my life. Fucking whoop-de-doo, buddy.
All right, so back to your story from 2nd grade.
Yeah,
in Virginia. In Culpeper.
Yeah. This girl was having a birthday party. She was one of my friends. And it was like a couple weeks before I was leaving, so it was like a weird kind of feeling to go to. I was like, well, I'm never going to see you again. Actually, that might have been the year that I bumped a grade.
Oh.
Like halfway through the year, I bumped a grade, so I just like left everyone in kindergarten behind. That might have been when that was. Anyway, I was leaving this person behind. But like she kept trying to get me alone. And she would be like, "So, do you like me?" And I was like, I'm like fucking 6. I have no idea how to answer this question.
I was not getting bitches until like middle school.
She gave me a Neopet, bro.
Dude,
yeah,
like one of the figurines.
Like one of the big plushes.
Dude,
yeah,
that was serious.
Yeah, man. I never told her if I liked her either. Like,
You're like, I fucking hate you. Give me that meat.
yo, give me that fucking Neopet, bro.
What did it look like?
It was like the red dragon.
Oh, dude, I had the green monkey.
That's dumb.
Don't talk about my Neopet like that.
Yo, I remember one time when I was really young, I was like my babysitter put me down for a nap, and I had like a
My babysitter put me down. I'm dead now.
I had a loft bed. So like it was like a bunk bed without the bottom.
Yeah. You have like a desk under it?
No,
Oh.
I had shelves on the ladder, and that was it.
Oh.
It was trash. I slept in that bed for a long time, actually. Anyway,
I still sleep in that bed.
that's my bed now. It creaks like shit. Anyway.
It's in the shape of a race car.
So this girl like picked me up by my waist and was like, okay, so if you don't want to take a nap, just grab onto your bed and then I'll let go. And I was like, okay, cool. So she went to like put me to bed and I grabbed onto the bed and she just like kept pulling me like, nope, you gotta take a nap. And I was like, what the fuck? What is this then? This fucking... Anyway.
You were taking naps in 2nd grade?
No, this was like way before 2nd grade. This was in Minnesota. So then I like eventually get into bed. And when I wake up, my fucking, like, a couple of the rungs on my ladder are sticky. Like, someone put jelly on them. It was weird. I have a lot of, like, weird memories with that house. Like, I remember going in my room one time and, like, having a toy. Like, I found a toy that I'd never seen before. It was weird.
That's weird.
I mean, it could have been I just didn't have object permanence fully. Like, probably explain it, but, like, I had some weird feelings about that house. And the Virginia house a couple times. Anyway.
That is strange.
I remember there was this weird window across the street from our apartment building in Egypt that always looked like there was some lady like looking out the slats at us, and it was really scary.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Maybe there was. Maybe it was one of those little Starship Ranch aliens.
I think one night someone was like, no, it's a cat, but then like we all went inside, so
And there was no cat.
No, like we went like home. Like upstairs back to our houses, but I think like someone was there and our parents were just worried. So like they didn't want us to freak out. So like, no, it's just a cat. Let's go inside.
Let's go inside now, kids. Come on.
Oh. Nah, I don't want to tell that story. Never mind.
Why not?
I don't know. It's weird. We've been talking about a lot of kid stuff.
Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is kind of weird. What else we want to talk about? We only got like a couple more minutes left.
I drew a cool chair.
Ooh, we can talk about our tattoos that we're getting.
Beans.
So, we have been thinking for a while now, for a couple days, that we should get tattoos to commemorate our friendship and this podcast, because it's been a very big part of our lives now, with our 9 subscribers and now 3 episodes.
Whew.
If
Well,
this
like
one-
6.
Well, technically this is episode
3.
5.
3.
Well, there
Counting
was,
the ones that fucked up, yeah.
yeah, this is episode 5 technically,
God.
but technology.
We just need to start live streaming and letting YouTube record it for us.
They do that?
Yeah, like you can record your live streams.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
We need face cams.
Ugh.
I want to like
I don't
record
know, I'm ugly.
ourselves. I am not ugly. I'm beautiful.
We can just have the camera looking at you the whole time.
Good. That's all people really come here for. It's the Cole and Ian show for a reason.
I don't know. Alphabetical. Anyway, say your thing.
What thing?
Tattoo thing. You were
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
so we're gonna get beans tattooed on ourselves. Just a little bean.
Just a bean.
And it's gonna be a stick and poke from one of our new friends. He's a pretty cool guy. Apparently he does like stick and pokes like for a living.
Yeah, that's how he pays for fixing his Miata.
Yeah.
This guy sounds like a crazy, like, old man.
Wait, we need to talk about that dude we saw outside of Randolph today.
Oh, hold on. Let me just say my piece about why that makes him sound like a crazy old man.
Okay.
And then you can talk about the actual crazy old man. He does stick and poke tattoos to college students. He works at a skateboard shop, and he pays to fix his Miata with his stick and poke money. He sounds like an old crazy man.
Okay, but now, so Ian and I left studio today
Snack time.
for a little snack time
Snack
at one of
time.
the dining halls. And I'm walking out, and I see this weird fucking dude. Like, he's got glasses. Like, doesn't make him weird, but like, he's very.
Yeah, fuckers with glasses, weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Astigmatism, fuck you.
Fuck you, football eyes.
4 eyes. Fuck you, football eye.
Fucking football eye. Can't see a circle.
Okay, so, but there's this dude, like, he was very disheveled. He was smoking a cigarette and talking to himself. And I was like, Ian, do you see this guy? He's like, what guy? I'm like, look at him. He does not belong here. He's this crazy man. He's standing behind a cop car, of all places.
I think that's why the cops were there.
There was no cops there, though.
Where were the cops?
I don't know. The cop car was just running.
Oh my god.
And then, like, so we go get a little snack,
Little snack time.
walk back, and he's there
Get a
talking to
snack, walk back.
some random kid wearing shorts of all things.
Yeah, who the fuck wears shorts?
Well, it's like cold here in Blacksburg right now.
No.
And he's just like talking to him, still smoking a cigarette, and I'm just like
He's saying crazy shit,
saying
too.
some weird shit like, "Ah, fuck this school," and like, "Fuck education."
Okay, that is not what he was saying.
I mean, in my mind, he was saying that.
That's a very, like,
Okay, well,
heated thing to say.
Well, you know, I can make up this story how I want. It's my story.
I was also there. That's not what he said. He said, there are aliens in the ground.
Stop! There are no aliens in the ground. Do not push her. She could have died. Am I a boy, Mom?